From Genesis to Leviticus, the tabernacle, Christ, and the church. This story traces the profound biblical narrative from creation to the worship life of the church, showing how God's plan is fulfilled in Christ and expressed through his people. The story begins in Genesis, with God's creation of humanity to express and represent him. But it ends with mankind, dead in a coffin in Egypt, symbolizing failure and bondage to the world. Exodus, however, reveals God's redemption, culminating not in a coffin but in the construction of the tabernacle, a collective tabernacle of meeting. This shift from an individual coffin to a corporate dwelling place means God no longer speaks only from heaven, but can now dwell on earth and speak from the tabernacle. This Old Testament pattern finds its ultimate meaning in Jesus Christ. Christ as the tabernacle, he is the Word who became flesh and tabernacled among us, bringing the presence of God to man. The individual Ark of the Covenant prefigures the corporate reality that just as the body is one and has many members, so it is with Christ. The church, as the expanded Christ, is this corporate tabernacle where God's presence is so tangible that visitors must acknowledge God is truly among you. Christ as the sacrifice, Christ's work is not one-directional. If the tabernacle, his incarnation, brings God to us, the sacrifices, his death and ascension, bring us to God. As the ultimate offering, he deals with our sin and enables us to approach God. This leads to the practical reality for believers and the church today. Organic union with Christ. We move beyond mere association to a deep organic union by partaking of Christ as our spiritual food. As Jesus said, "The one who eats me, he also shall live because of me." By eating him, we are mingled with him, and he becomes our subjective experience. Worship in the gathering. The book of Leviticus provides the pattern for this life. It symbolizes the church meeting where our primary function is to cook and present Christ to God as various offerings, such as the sin offering and thank offering. This is the essence of true worship, which must be done in spirit and truth. Our role. We are called to labor daily to gain Christ, so that when we gather, we have a wealth of harvest to offer God. We present Christ, who has become one with us, back to the Father as a satisfying gift. This mutual enjoyment, God satisfying himself with Christ through us, and us being satisfied in him, is the fullness of the church life.